What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. My name's Joe. You're watching Living on Wheels. Sorry if you can hear that noise in the background. Only time I could get a video in today, and of course it's a nice day so people aren't doing yard work, but it is what it is. Today's going to be a pretty quick video. Haven't had a lot of time this week, so nothing too crazy, but quick video. We're going to be adding to the series of common problems with the 7.3 Powerstroke. So for those of you that are new here, this is a series on the 7.3 Powerstroke, kind of intended for those people who are either new to the platform or trying to learn some more stuff about it. It's basically pointing out all the different small issues that these engines have, just so people are aware of it. They know what to look for if they're buying an engine. They know what to look for if they have one already. Today we're going to be going over two things. One, the gas mileage that I have as an update for one of my previous videos, and two, we're going to be going over the leaking exhaust up pipes up behind the turbo that are pretty common to know and to start leaking on these engines at some point. So if you're checking out these engines, you can look back there and know what to look for in case it is leaking. It's a job that nobody likes doing. It can be expensive depending on which route you go, so it could save you some hassle and some trouble in the long run. For those of you that don't know, this is my 2007.3 Powerstroke. I love her. She's a damn good truck. For those of you wondering, that is a wheelchair crane lift because I am actually in a wheelchair. But this is my rig. A lot of videos on this truck already, a lot more to come. Should be a pretty exciting year for the old girl. So here we are in the engine bay of my truck. Have a lot of work done up here already. Check out those videos if you're interested. But today for the video we're going to be looking back there behind the turbo. This right here is the turbo, and we're looking back here. So the up pipes on the engine are right there. Hopefully you should be able to see. So right there you can see the up pipe behind the turbo. There's two of these, one coming up from each manifold up behind the turbo, and that's what brings the gases up into the turbo. And so where those two pieces meet, there is a donut style flange that ends up wearing out over time usually and starts leaking. As you can see with mine, you can't really see any soot down below it. If you start leaking, you'll often see soot down below where that bolt is, and that's from exhaust gases starting to leak out. Oftentimes you'll also be able to see it on the firewall heat shield or insulation behind the turbo as well if it's starting to leak. So why is this an issue? It's an issue because if you're leaking exhaust gases back there, you have less exhaust gases going into the turbo, which means you're losing boost and losing power, losing efficiency. It's just kind of a chain cycle. It's not the end of the world. It's not going to leave you stranded by any means, but it is something to be aware of if you're looking at a truck or looking at your truck. It's not fun to get back there and replace those. It's doable. A lot of people do it, but it's not fun. So if you're looking at a truck and you see soot all back there on the firewall or on the up pipes, it's a pretty good chance that yours are leaking, or that whatever ones on the truck are leaking, and perhaps you can negotiate the price down a little more, or at least know what is happening on your truck. Oftentimes if it's a bad enough leak, you can actually hear it in the cab. As you can see with mine, I don't think I have any leaking right now. My truck only has 120,000 miles on it, so that helps a lot. I did end up having a clamp leak. It was, I believe, the exhaust downpipe clamp was leaking on mine, and I started to get some soot buildup around there. But as far as the up pipes go, I think I've been pretty good. Alright, so there we go. I know this is a quick video. Like I said, it was going to be quick. It's probably common knowledge for a lot of people, but there's a lot of people that just don't know these engines. I've been learning these engines over the last few years. Finally started to get a pretty good grasp on it all. But there's a lot of people out there that just don't know it. It's not common knowledge. So if you already know this, sorry you had to wait through this. You probably didn't even watch it. If you didn't know it, hopefully you learned something. If you have any questions, let me know. It's a pretty simple thing. It's not complex. Easy to spot. Could just save you some trouble down the road, or at least maybe save you some cash on the deal that you're trying to make. So next, I told you we were going to talk about the miles per gallon update. In a recent video, I'll link to this, I cleaned out my exhaust back pressure tube and sensor and put it all back together, hoping to find a little bit of an increase in mileage. Like most people say they do, mine was completely clogged up, so I figured it probably wasn't working quite right. Turns out I actually got a pretty good gas mileage increase from cleaning all that stuff up. I went from about 17.5 miles per gallon to just over 19 miles per gallon on my last trip. Now it's not a long trip, it's all highway, just so you guys know, but between those two readings or measurements was the exact same trip, and so it should be pretty accurate between the two. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I wasn't sure how much of an increase I would see, but it looks like it paid off pretty well. I haven't seen much of an increase as far as just driving around town goes. These trucks are notoriously bad for that no matter what you do. But as far as highway goes, 19 miles per gallon makes me pretty happy. And that's cruising at 70, so it's not like I'm dogging it. I'm not racing it by any means, but it's not like I'm cruising at 55 like your grandpa. I'm pretty happy with 19.5 or 19 miles per gallon. To all the people who are new here, thanks for tuning in again. To all my current subscribers, I appreciate it. We actually just passed 500 subscribers, which is just freaking awesome. Can't thank you guys enough. Channel's growing well. I'm excited to see where this year takes it. Should be pretty exciting. If you're new here, haven't subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. We've done a lot of stuff to this truck already. A lot of stuff is in the works to be on the way. Yeah, have a good weekend. Get some work done on your rigs, and I'll catch you on the next video.